I'd like to thank you for inviting me along this evening. Thank you, Gloria. It's always a pleasure to come and sing in this old church here. You get a real nice, comfortable feeling here. And I've got a couple of numbers to do, and the first one is called All His Children. When you're standing alone with the mountains and the sea, with the arms of the world open wide, where the truth is as plain as the falling rain, and as sure as the time and the tide. You know we're all God's children, His next of kin. That's the way it began. No matter where you're going or where you've been, we're part of the family of man. When you walk down the road and the sun is on your side, with the sweet ocean breeze on your face, no, you don't hear a sound as you look around. Everything sort of falls into place. You know we're all God's children, His next of kin. That's the way it began. No matter where you're going or where you've been, you're part of the family of man. Yes, we're all God's children, His next of kin. That's the way it began. No matter where you're going or where you've been, you're part of the family of man. No matter where you're going or where you've been, you're part of the family of man. And my next one sort of tells a bit of a story from the time that Jesus was born in a manger to his journey through life, his crucifixion, resurrection, but the best of all is that someday He's coming back. And it's called I See Him as My Savior. I see Him in the manger, no room in the inn. I see Him walk the shores of Galilee. He breaks the loaves and fishes, feeds the hungry multitude. He heals the sick and sets the prisoners free. I see Him as my Savior, I see Him as my friend. He's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He's my healer and baptizer, oh to me He's everything. And I see Him best of all as my King. I see Him in the garden of dark Gethsemane. Praying, Father, let this cup now pass from me. Knowing there was no other way that I could be set free. So we drank that bitter cup for you and me. They laid him from the garden in the Pilate's judgment hall, where they placed the crown of thorns upon his head, and the stripes were for my healing that they laid upon his back. And they nailed him to a tree on Calvary's hill. I see him as my Savior, oh, I see him as my friend. He's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He's my healer and baptizer, oh, to me he's everything. And I see him best of all as my King. Now it's early Sunday morning, and the stone is rolled away. The angel said he's risen, he's not here. Oh, my Jesus now has conquered over sin and death and hell. He's alive, he lives forevermore. I close my eyes and visualize just how it's going to be when he steps out on the clouds for you and me. He's no longer in a manger, he's no longer on the tree. He's the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace, and King of Kings. I see him as my Savior, I see him as my friend. He's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He's my healer and baptizer, all to me he's everything. And I see him best of all as my King. He's coming back as Lord of Lords and King of Kings.